Welcome back, Stoic seekers. In our previous episodes, we've explored the power of perception, emotional mastery, and self-awareness. Now we're taking another step deeper into the Stoic toolkit with part 4 of our series, Unbiased Thought. Think of your mind as a powerful lens through which you view the world. But just like any lens, it can become clouded with biases, assumptions, and distractions, distorting your perception and leading to faulty judgments. The Stoics understood this, and they developed a set of practices and principles to help us cultivate a clear, objective, and unbiased mind. In this episode, we'll explore 10 Stoic lessons that will guide you on the path to mental clarity. We'll learn how to guard our minds against negativity, avoid the pitfalls of ego and dogmatism, and focus on what truly matters in the present moment. We'll also discover the power of silence, the importance of intellectual humility, and how to use everything available to us to achieve our goals. So, if you're ready to sharpen your mental focus, break free from cognitive biases, and make decisions based on reason and wisdom, then buckle up and get ready for an enlightening exploration of Stoic unbiased thought. If you found this episode valuable, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Let's spread the Stoic wisdom and help others cultivate a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Lesson 1: Mind Makeover, the Stoic blueprint for mental sculpting. All right, folks, let's kick off this episode on unbiased thought with a concept that's both simple and profound. Your mind takes the shape of what you repeatedly think about. Now, this isn't just some fluffy self-help mantra. It's a core principle of Stoic philosophy, backed by centuries of wisdom and observation. Think of your mind like a sculptor's clay. Every thought, every belief, every experience leaves an impression, shaping and molding it over time. The more you focus on certain thoughts and emotions, the more deeply ingrained they become, influencing your perception of the world and your actions within it. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, put it this way in his Meditations: "Your mind will take the shape of what you frequently hold in thought, for the human spirit is colored by such impressions." In other words, you're not just a passive observer of your thoughts, you're an active creator of your mental landscape. The thoughts you entertain, the stories you tell yourself, the beliefs you hold dear, they all contribute to the masterpiece or the mess that is your mind. The mental diet. Let's bring this concept down to earth with a relatable analogy. Imagine your mind is like your body, and your thoughts are the food you feed it. If you constantly indulge in junk food, negativity, self-doubt, fear, your mental health will suffer. You'll feel sluggish, unmotivated, and prone to emotional outbursts. But if you nourish your mind with a healthy diet of positive thoughts, gratitude, and empowering beliefs, you'll cultivate a sense of mental clarity, resilience, and well-being. You'll be better equipped to handle life's challenges, make wise decisions, and create a life that's truly fulfilling. The power of habitual thinking. The Stoics understood the power of habitual thinking. They knew that our minds have a tendency to run on autopilot, replaying the same old thoughts and patterns over and over again. But they also believed that we have the power to break free from these habits and reprogram our minds for greater clarity and purpose. As Epictetus said, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. This applies not just to the people we surround ourselves with, but also to the thoughts we allow to occupy our minds. By consciously choosing to focus on positive, empowering thoughts, we can gradually rewire our brains and create new, more beneficial habits of thinking. Modern-day examples. Let's see how this plays out in real life. Imagine you're constantly bombarded with negative news stories and social media feeds filled with drama and outrage. It's no wonder you start to feel anxious, cynical, and pessimistic about the world. Your mind is being shaped by a constant stream of negativity. But what if you make a conscious effort to limit your exposure to negativity and instead focus on uplifting content, inspiring stories, and positive affirmations? Over time, you'll start to notice a shift in your mindset. You'll become more optimistic, hopeful, and resilient in the face of challenges. Or maybe you're struggling with self-doubt and negative self-talk. You constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy of love and success. These thoughts become a self-fulfilling prophecy, undermining your confidence and holding you back from reaching your full potential. But what if you start challenging those negative thoughts and replacing them with more empowering beliefs? What if you remind yourself of your strengths, your accomplishments, and the unique gifts you have to offer the world? Over time, you'll start to see yourself in a new light, and your confidence and self-esteem will soar. The Stoic Challenge. The Stoics challenge us to become the architects of our own minds, to consciously choose the thoughts we entertain and the beliefs we cultivate. It's not about denying the reality of negative experiences or pretending that everything is always rosy. It's about recognizing the power of our thoughts to shape our reality and choosing to focus on what empowers us, uplifts us, and moves us closer to our goals. So today, let's make a commitment to be more mindful of our thoughts. Let's cultivate a mental diet that nourishes our souls and supports our well-being. Let's challenge negative self-talk and replace it with empowering beliefs. And let's remember that every thought we entertain is a brushstroke on the canvas of our minds, shaping the mind masterpiece that is our lives. Lesson 2: The Mind's Bouncer. Guarding the gates of your mental castle. All right, folks, let's build on the idea that your mind is like a sculptor's clay, constantly being shaped by your thoughts. Today, we're talking about being the bouncer at the door of your mind, carefully screening who and what gets in. The Stoics called this being mindful of your mental inputs, and it's crucial for maintaining clarity, focus, and inner peace. Think of your mind as a magnificent castle, a sanctuary for your thoughts, emotions, and aspirations. But just like any castle, it needs strong walls and vigilant guards to protect it from invaders. In the modern world, those invaders come in many forms: negative news, social media drama, toxic relationships, and even our own self-doubting thoughts. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, put it this way in his Meditations: drama, combat, terror, numbness, and subservience. Every day these things wipe out your sacred principles whenever your mind entertains them uncritically or lets them slip in. In other words, you have to be selective about what you allow into your mental space. Just like you wouldn't let a random stranger into your home, you shouldn't let just any thought or influence into your mind. Your mental health and well-being depend on it. The information overload. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with information and stimuli. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, we're exposed to a relentless stream of news, social media updates, advertisements, and opinions. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose, It's overwhelming, and it can leave us feeling drained, anxious, and disconnected from our true selves. The Stoics, living in a simpler time, didn't have to deal with the constant onslaught of digital distractions, but they still understood the importance of protecting their minds from negative influences. They knew that the thoughts we entertain shape our perception of the world and our actions within it. The Stoic filter. So how do you become the bouncer at the door of your mind? How do you filter out the mental junk food and let in only the nourishing and uplifting thoughts? Here are a few Stoic strategies. 1.